In this lecture, I will demonstrate you accounts receivable open item data migration, which is the part of FI module, by using SAP Fiori app Migrate Your Data, that is a migration cockpit. So what is accounts receivable open item? An accounts receivable open item is simply a customer invoice that has been posted but not yet paid. So migration of this AR open item means that it was issued in the legacy system but not yet paid as of the migration key date, which is 31st of December 2023 at my end in this course. So AR open item is technically a customer line item with an outstanding balance that will later be cleared when payment is received by the customer. Here is its simple business meaning. Imagine your company goes live on SAP system on January 1st. So on December 31st, in Lexi system, you still had AR open items from the customers. And here is an example of the list of customers, invoice numbers, amount, and their statuses. So these invoices are still open, and SAP must know that these customers still owe you money. So those unpaid invoices are what we call AR open items. So we migrate these items so SAP knows exactly how much each customer still owes us at go live using the migration key date. This ensures correct customer balances, aging reports, and proper clearing when payments are received later into SAP system. So we only upload customer invoices that are still open on the migration key date, not historical paid customer invoices. SAP creates a special accounting document for each open invoice when we upload it into SAP system, in which customer AR account is debited and technical offset account is credited. And this ensures that customer balance is correct, accounting document is balanced, and remember, historical invoice is not recreated, only the open amount. So I'm back to my SAP Fiori migration project, and the first step is to add the migration object which we want to upload. So let's click this button, settings. And after that, click edit. And then I will search the migration object by using the search keywords. So I will enter accounts receivable and then click this search button. So here we have this migration object. And first thing, we can take a look at its predecessor objects by click here. And you can view the predecessor objects such as profit center, customer, exchange rate, FIGL account. So these predecessor objects should already exist into the system before we upload this accounts receivable open item. So let's click this button, used in project, and then hit save. And we have already uploaded predecessor objects, so I will click this button, do not add. And after that, I will go back and then scroll down, and we will now download its template into XML file. Click OK, and here we are getting this error message. So you already know from the previous lectures that we have to check for custom fields for this migration object by clicking on it. And after that, click this button, check for custom fields. And once you have checked, go back and now try to download its template again. And this time it has been successfully downloaded. And we can view its downloaded migration template in downloads folder. Let's double click on it. And then click enable editing. So just like other data migration templates, you can go through its introduction tab and then take a look at field list to check that which fields are mandatory for the values. And here you can notice that only one tab is mandatory for the field values, which is customer open items. So I will enter the data at my end and then will show you in a minute. And here I am back after filling the data in this data migration template. So this is the business example that we are going to upload the open items for the following customers. So first I have entered the company code, reference document number, which is the unique number for each customer open item. So each line is representing a separate invoice for a customer. Line item field, this is optional and is just a technical identifier and is only used to prevent duplicate records during migration to separate documents if there is same key field combination of company code, reference document number and vendor number. In our case, these column field values are different. So either you can leave line item number field blank or can enter a continuous numerating such as 1, 2, 3, 4, or just enter the same number as I have done this. So here are the customer numbers, and I have entered the following three customer numbers which we uploaded in one of the previous lectures, with the exception of the last customer number, which is the one time customer. So if I will go back to SAP Fiori and then navigate to this space accounts receivable customers, and here we have this Fiori app display customer list. Let's open this and then click go, and I'm showing you the customer list for my company code TUK1, and here is the customer list which we uploaded in one of the previous lectures. So I have picked the following customer numbers. And similarly, we can view the one-time customer in this list if we remove the following filters. And after that, I will click this button, go, and then scroll down. So we have two different one-time customers, and I'm using the following one, that is TST1 in my data migration template sheet. And if you ask me that what is the difference in between the normal customer and one-time customer, so this is done into the configuration, and this is the following account group which is used to create a customer. So if we configure an account group with the following checkbox one-time account, then all the customer master we create by using this account group will be for one-time customer. So this is the difference in between creating the normal customer and one-time customer. Let's go back, and now I will go back to my data migration template. So now you know that which customers I am picking up to upload the open items. And here is the offsetting account which I have created. And before I explain you offsetting account, I will also explain the main general ledger account number which will be offset by using the following offsetting account. So in the customer master, we enter the reconciliation account. If we do not want to use that reconciliation account assigned into the customer master, then we can enter alternative reconciliation account. But this happens if the open item is related to the special GL such as down payment. So for down payment, we use alternative reconciliation account, and we also have to enter the special GL indicator in that case. So let's take a look at the reconciliation account into the customer master. So I will go back to SAP Fiori and then will click on the customer number and will show you the customer master. Let's view its details and then navigate to company codes. So here we can view the reconciliation account. So this account will be offset by the account which we enter here, that is offsetting account. So these accounts are using open item management indicator into its master data. So I will show you this in transaction code FS00. And if we go to its control data tab, so here we can view that this indicator has been checked. So if you want to upload customer open item by using the following offsetting account, so offsetting account must have this indicator checked, that is for open item management. Now I'm using this offsetting account as SAP recommends the following offsetting accounts. And for customer open items, this is the initial FIAR offset, and that's why I am using the following account by creating it into SAP system first. And also, we have to classify this account for document splitting if that is activated into our system, which is the transaction code GSP underscore LZ2. And here you can view that I have classified this GL account for document splitting. Let's go back. The next field is document type. So document type controls the header of the document and determines the document type, whether it is a customer invoice, supplier invoice, or a GL document or journal entry. So we can find the SAP predefined document types if I go back to SAP Fiori and will show you manage customer line items Fiori app. Let's open this and then click go. So here you can view the document type DR that represents the customer invoice. We can also open a journal entry document which is actually a customer invoice. So let's take a look. So here you can view the journal entry type or document type DR that represents the customer invoice. And if you want to view the full list of document types, then you can use the transaction code OBA7 into SAP GUI. And here you can view all those document types which SAP has predefined. And you can also create a custom document type according to the business requirements. And SAP recommends to create the custom document types starting from the alphabet Y or Z, because that differentiates them from the standard document type. So here we have the document type DR representing customer invoice. If I double click on it, and you can view its properties, account types allowed, and further information. So the most important point here is the number range. So when we upload the customer open items, so the following number range will be used to assign the internal number range assignment to the uploaded open items. Let's go back to data migration template, and the next field value we have is document date, which is the migration key date. And this is the same migration key date which I have also showed you in the previous lectures in the following transaction code, and that's the migration key date, and the legacy data transfer status must be ongoing. Let's go back, and here you can enter the translation date if you want, header text, item text, transaction currency. So I am uploading this open item in the transaction currency, and automatically this will be translated into company code currency and in group currency. And here is the amount, and scroll right, and further you can enter the freely defined currency. Here is the tax code. Now for taxes, even if I enter a tax code during this AR open item migration, SAP will not calculate tax automatically. This is intentional. SAP does not recreate historical invoices during migration, it only brings forward outstanding balances. So, tax calculation is therefore out of scope except for deferred tax items which must be provided explicitly. And we can also reconfirm this if I will go back to SAP Fiori in the documentation. For example, if I will go back and then click upload file and then click display documentation and then scroll down. So here you can notice out of scope. So calculate tax automatically. This is out of scope. Let's go back. So the text code is stored only for reference and reporting so that the open item still knows which text category it originally belonged to. So as I mentioned that the only exception is deferred tax and deferred tax impacts future reporting and must therefore be provided explicitly in the migration template, which is why SAP gives us a separate section for deferred tax items. So, in other words, normal VAT codes cannot be migrated because those taxes should already have been settled before go live. Let's scroll right and then take a look if we have to enter any other information. So, you can enter the payment method if you want to override the payment method assigned into the customer master. Further, we have payment block, Denning key. So all this information will be picked up from the customer master. But if you want to override it, then you can enter it in this data migration template. Here you can enter the cash discount days 1 and accordingly you can enter the cash discount percentage 1. Similarly, we have cash discount days 2 and cash discount percentage 2 net due days. And further, we have payment bank digital payments, credit control area if there is any, and assignment. And further you can take a look if there is any field which is relevant to your data migration. Now we are using the following one time customer, so accordingly we have to fill this tab one time account data. So let's go into this tab. So here I have entered the reference document number which is same as the one which I have entered in customer open items. Next, I have entered the line item number and customer number, and here is the title. Now, this title numeric number represents Mr., Mrs. So you have to check in your SAP system that which title belongs to your data migration template. For example, if I will go to the transaction code BP and here I will enter a customer number. For example, our customer number is TST1 and then double click on it and then go to address. So here we have the title and here you can view that these numbers represent Mr. Miss. So accordingly you have to enter the number in the data migration template. And here you have to enter the name of the customer, street, postal code, its address, and that's all. Further, if you want to enter the bank account number, then you can do that. Let's take a look at other tabs. So if you want to enter withholding tax items information, then you can enter in this sheet. And further, you can view the data per country if any of the countries is related to your organization. So in my case, that's all the data I have entered to upload customer open items. And now I will save this sheet, click yes, and then I will go back to SAP Fiori. And now I will upload this XML file. So its status is validation scheduled. We can select this file and then choose monitoring. So let's go back and wait for a few seconds. So now its status is data successfully transferred to staging tables. Let's go back. And after that, next action is to prepare the staging tables. So preparation has been started. So let's select it and then choose monitoring and wait for few seconds or minutes until it is finished. So it has been completed in 49 seconds. Let's go back. And the next action is mapping tasks. Let's click on it. And 15 of them has already been confirmed. Let's take a look at the ones which need to be confirmed. So mapping of GL account, customer, document type, and taxes need to be confirmed. So let's first take a look at the GL account. And after that, scroll down. So the following offsetting account need to be confirmed. Let's click confirm button. And now mapping of customer. So if everything is looking good to you, then we can also select all and then click confirm to confirm them at once. Let's take a look at the FI document type. So it is looking good. Click confirm. And similarly, take a look at the mapping of taxes on sales or purchase code. So if it is looking good to you, then click confirm. After confirming this, let's go back and then go back. So the next action is to simulate the data to view if there is any error in uploading these customer open items. Let's click simulate button and I will select for all instances start simulation. So simulation has been started. Let's select the migration object and then choose monitoring. So it has been started. So wait for a few seconds until this process is done. So simulation has been completed in 36 seconds. Let's go back. So we did not have any error in the simulation. So it means that now we can proceed to migrate this data. Let's click migrate button and I will again select all instances and then start migration. Click OK to this warning message. And now migration has been started. Let's select it and then choose monitoring. So migrate data has been started. So wait for a few seconds until it is ended. So migrate data has been completed in 30 seconds. So let's go back. And after that, I will click on this successful instances and then navigate to migration results. Let's scroll down. And here you can view the accounting document numbers which have been generated to upload the open items. So let's take a look at number one and then I will open it in new window. So with this will open the following app manage journal entries. So here you can view the following journal entry document number. So this is the journal entry date, posting date, and posting period. That's the document type, and that's the transaction currency. So here you can view the GL account, which is a reconciliation account I showed you assigned into the customer master, and that's the offsetting account, which is for open item management. It means that this line item is still open. After that, we can go back to this app customer, and I will go back and then show you the display customer list. So let's once click on go button, and here we have this following customer number. So I will click on it and then manage customer line items. We also can access this Fiori app through the following space accounts receivable, and then we can find this app in overview, accounts receivable overview, and then manage customer line items. So either you can open this Fiori app through the space, or we can directly access it by using the customer number. Let's click go button. So we have to enter the date. So in our case, it is 2023, and the month is December 31st, and then click apply, and then click go. So if still no data available, we can also remove the filter options and then click go. And here we can find this customer line item, which is open at the moment. You can find this information through the following symbol, that is showing clearing status of item, which is open at the moment. Similarly, we can also view the same information for the customer open item for one-time customer. So let's click on it and then open it in new window. So this is for customer which is one-time customer. We can also view the details of each line item by click on it. And here we can find the information about the transaction currency, functional currency amount, which is a company code currency, group currency amount, and here is the text code only for information purposes or reporting purposes. And go back, and now we can also view the details for the second line item, which is for offsetting account. So this account is a temporary clearing account, and it is used only during migration and should be zero after reconciliation. So remember that this is not a business account. Let's go back. And similarly, we can use the following Fiori app manage customer line items. So let's click on this button to show all the customers, and then we'll click on customer general customers by company code. And after that, I will select all the customers. So we have uploaded the open items for the following three customers, and then finally for the one-time customer. Click OK and then click go. And open on key date is 31st of December 2023. So you can view all the open items or open customer invoices which we uploaded, and all their statuses are showing as open, which we need to clear into SAP system once we receive the payments from the following customers. So that's all about migration of accounts receivable open item, and I will proceed to the next activity.